So welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to explain you my whole setup and my whole custom build that is now completed. Sorry, the car is a bit dusty because obviously I've been driving it now, and you must have seen some shorts video of it. So this is the whole setup. It is an SCY X16101 main chassis, but I have converted into the Pro version, but completely of my build. This is a 60 amp ESC which is directly fed and from the 2S lipo over here. And what it does is, this 2S lipo is a 1500, it's a 2200 mAh 30C lipo and 7.4 volt, and it completely powers this whole chassis right here as it is, which includes the stock brushless steering servo, the SG90 motor for pan of the FPV camera, the ESC itself, and the R6FG receiver, including the 2840 brushless 4000 kV motor. So what I'm currently building now is these two plates, as you can see. So these two plates is for my transmitter. So I took inspiration from the drones, and technically I tried a drone chassis on it, the rear ones, but it does not fit as good because it's a bit broader and bit more heavier. So this is a ply balsa wood kind of a wood. It's quite thin and quite weightless, almost 10 grams max of each slit. So I would be placing the slit or the wood sheet or a tray first below. Upon it would be sitting my whole battery pack with the transmitter, and upon it would be another slit which would be protecting from the rain and other dust particles. Now this is the most trickiest part over here. This particular battery pack is a 1500 mAh battery pack, and it's again a 7.4 volt 25C lipo. So initially I used to use this battery to power my whole car, but now I have upgraded it for a longer run time. So this is very much more than enough. It lasts me around 5 hours on a full discharge, that is up till 3.5 volt. So what happens over here is, this is 7.4 volt. So the stable connection, to have a stable connection, I need at least 11.1 volt with the same mAh, and this would be running flawlessly. It also currently runs very flawlessly, but what happens is, when it is running, I get sometimes a flicker, a blackout screen on my what we call on my OTG mobile display, or even a FPV screen. So I have researched across my whole communities and other RC fan followings and fan pages and whatnot, and even talked with fellow YouTubers, and they all suggested to shift to 11.1 volt. So this would give a very fellowship kind of a discharge, which is in sync with the TS832 and the battery itself. So now another explanation why I have a slit over here. So this tray actually helps me keep the heat from the TS832 away from the battery pack, because this thing gets stupidly hot after 5 minutes of runtime, even though it is having a good wind. So what I did was improvise. So what now happens is, the wind flows very clearly from below. There is a 5 volt DC fan that is on the way, and I would be installing on it. So this is the reason I am making these two trays. I would kind of an Oreo sandwich it in an orange flavor, I would say, and this would be sitting like this. Now I would be installing wooden slats over here to keep this chassis a bit or this wooden slit bit afloat over here, so it has a breathing room, or else I would even extend it a bit more so the DC fan can be installed above or below it. Let's see how the DC fans comes in and how much is its size. It is around 30 mm to 10 mm. So yeah, 10 mm height is more than enough to just lift it a bit, but let's see how it goes. Now another thing, I have never explained this, but this one has an oil shock suspensions from SCY itself, and it's beautifully working. I have installed in it. Now I have cut the traditional the brushed motor wires for the lightning system over here, but as of now the lights do not work. I am working for a slim for this one, or I would let's say totally take it off and install the lossy kind of fog lights on the car, but that's on a later part. Now this is an Jinjian B19 Pro 1500 VTL camera. It's a very good display. It is almost 1080p, but it broadcasts at 720p, which is very flawlessly clean image that I receive, and you must have also seen. Now another thing that I am working on simultaneously is working for a filter or an air gap for my ESC cooling fan, because there is a lot of dust always getting into it. As you can see, whenever the wheels turn, it tends to send dust inside it. Now everything, the switches and everything has been stuck with the double tape, so it is easily removable. But what I'm thinking is providing an plastic sheet over here, or an breathing old stocking from your ladies in the house, and old stocking I would be sticking all over it, so it automatically gets a dust filter. Or else I would even install a sponge over here, but many RC communities frown upon it because it is a fire hazard. So yeah, I'm a bit in a stigma, or a bit in a dilemma, what to use, what to not use. Simultaneously I have programmed my buzzers over here, each for the two batteries. This is specifically programmed for this particular battery, and it goes off as soon as this battery reaches 3.5 volt. Now this battery has been programmed with another buzzer. I do not know where I have kept it. Yeah. But that buzzer, it is similar, exactly same to this buzzer. It's hardly 200 rupees over here and 200 bucks over here, and this buzzer is programmed to trigger at 3.60. I do not want to deplete it way below its line, because it directly feeds from the charging wire GST-XH. So that's the problem, because once the battery is connected to the TS832, there is no way the buzzer is going to sound, because it is occupied this particular socket. What happens over here is, when I'm using the main chassis, it is getting powered by this particular wires, right? So this wire is completely free, so I install, or I attach this one to this particular connector, the GST connector, and what happens is, as soon as this one reaches its lowest possible voltage, it buzzes off, so I know it's time to stop. Additional to that, I have even set a timer on my R64GS. Sorry, it's a bit dusty because I have been working with the wood. So what happens is, I programmed it, as soon as this switches on, a timer goes on, this one. So this has been programmed for 10 minutes of runtime, which is more than enough to last the whole battery pack that is below, if I am bashing very hard. Or I have another program set over here that is for only FPV. So this on FPV, when I'm going on low speeds on my car, this particular battery lasts me for around 25 minutes. That is too much, so I have set it for 20 minutes over here, 10 more minutes traditionally. So that's whole thing I have configured across, and I'm using this program card. I have burnt already one ESC of 35 amps, so I figured I would go for 60 amp. Initially I was thinking to go 120, but it's not required because it does not take that much of power. So this is the one that this is the one I use for programming my ESC, and I've set this on the level 5 for the initial punch, rather than the pre-programmed or the factory programmed. It was level 4, and my cogging issue has been technically fixed. So yeah, that's the whole update for my whole setup as of now. This is how the whole works, the whole magic works, I would say. And the best thing about this is, I have programmed the R64GS for my usage, and I've installed a mount for that, for the mobile holder, and the receiver is on this side, and it does not interfere with my receiver signal from the transmitter. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like and share, because there are more FPV videos that is going to come. Cheers.